Mollie, welcome to my channel and welcome to day 1 of your 12 Days of Pilates challenge. Over the next 12 days, I'm going to be guiding you through some slow, stretchy and strong grounding Pilates classes, giving you all that you need to make it through the festive season feeling your best self. So today's class is going to be a cozy, calm, classical Pilates flow. All you're going to need is yourself, your mat, maybe a block just to pop your head on if you need it, and some water just to stay hydrated. We're going to begin standing, so when you're ready, pop up to your feet and let's get to it. Standing right at the back of your mat, bringing your feet hip width apart, your toes facing forwards, and we're just going to give ourselves a little hug to start our class. So wrapping your hands around your rib cage, draw the shoulders back and down, and maybe even close down the eyes if that feels comfortable to do. We're just going to take a moment to really connect the breath to the body and become present in our practice today. So taking a moment just to center yourself, feeling the feet standing on your mat, having soft knees, grow tall through the top of the head, and then take a lovely big breath in through the nose. As you inhale, feel the ribs open and expand into the hands, and as you exhale, feel the ribs draw back together. And again, inhale, feel the ribs open, exhale, feel them close. And as we stand here, continuing to find that lateral thoracic breath, just check in on your posture. Make sure we're standing nice and tall, so growing really, really lovely and long through the top of the head. Shoulders are low away from the ears. Finding one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. And then blinking the eyes open. We're going to bring the arms right down by the side, and we're going to start with a little chest expansion. So we're going to float the arms all the way up above the head. Fingertips are reaching up to the sky. From here, you're going to draw the arms down into a goalpost shape, and we're going to lift the chest up towards the ceiling. Then we're going to reach the arms all the way back up, recover to neutral, and then drop the chin to the chest. We're going to roll down. So fingertips diving down towards your mat. At the bottom, we're going to hold it. We're going to bend the knees. We're going to stretch the legs and then slowly stand yourself back up. So bone by bone, arms nice and heavy as you recover. At the top, arms are floating up again, finding that same chest expansion. So exhale, elbows draw down, chest lifts. Inhale, arms reach. And then chin drawing towards the chest, we peel the body forward, scooping through the abdominals. At the bottom, we bend the knees again, stretch through the legs, slowly stand it up. Lovely, last time, crown of the head touches the sky, the arms float up, inhale. Last repetition here, elbows drawing down. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, diving forwards. And then at the bottom, we're just gonna hold it in this forward stretch, so let your arms hang nice and heavy, giving your head a little shake. Bending the knees. This time, keeping your right leg bent, we're gonna stretch the left leg, reach the left arm all the way up to the ceiling. So just finding a nice little twist through the spine and some length through the back of the legs. Bringing the hand down, bending the knee. Now the right leg's going to straighten, right arm opens, looking up towards your top hand, fingertips reaching up to the sky. Lovely, and then bring that hand down. From here, we're going to walk ourselves out into a plank. So slowly bringing your hands along your mat until we're right underneath our shoulders, our legs are in line with our hips. So keeping that core connected. If this feels too much, you can always drop it down to the knees, but we're going to hold it here a little longer for 6. For 5, lovely, flat back, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees down if they're not there already. And then walk your hands underneath your shoulders and just make sure your knees are underneath your hips. From here, we're going to go into a little cat and cow stretch. So arching the back up, rounding through the spine. And then coming down into that reverse arch. So tailbone lifting up, lifting the top of the head. Same again, back arching, scooping through the abdominals, tailbone tucks. And we come back down into that reverse. Nice, coming up into one final cat stretch. So pushing your mat away and hold it here. Try and round the tailbone under even more if you can. And then come down into a neutral spine. So we've got a lovely flat back. From here, we're going to move into a 4-point swim. So finding a little bit of balance work and core connection. So before we start moving, just relax your tummy here and just let it drop. Take a big breath into your tummy. And then as you exhale, draw the navel up towards the spine and keep that core connection. From here, we're going to reach the left fingertips and the right toes out along your mat. And then we're going to lift them up in line with the body. We're going to hold it for 3, for 2, and 1. Bring the foot and the hand back to the mat, back to all fours, other side. So reaching out, lifting up, we hold. 3, 2, and 1. Everything back, everything in. Keep going. Let's go 4 more. So as we're taking this, try not to let your pelvis twist to the side. Keeping that lovely neutral posture. 3 more, reaching out, and we lift. 3, 2, and 1. Everything down. Nice. 2 more, stretching out and up. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Last one, reaching out and lift. Hold it here for 3, for 2, and 1. Bringing the hand and the foot back to the mat, back to all fours, and then just sit it back into a child's pose, taking a moment off the wrist, let the head drop, and just reach those hands forwards, breathing in, breathing out. Well done, sitting yourself up, giving your wrist just a little roll if you need to. And then from here, we're gonna come to the end of the mat, sitting on our sit bones, working into some pelvic tilts. So we're gonna sit with our feet on the floor, our knees in line with our hips, and our hands just gently resting behind our hamstrings. Make sure we're right on top of these sit bones. The shoulders are drawing back. We're gonna start with a really nice pelvic tilt, just to find some back mobility and a little bit more core connection. So taking a breath in, as we exhale, rounding through the spine, we draw the chin towards the chest, and then tip off your sit bones, coming into your tilt. Holding it here, we take a breath in, and then as you exhale, draw that navel in towards the spine, come up through your C curve, and then sit tall at the top. Lovely, we go again. Exhale, rounding back. Scooping through the abdominals, hold it there, breathing in. Breathing out, slowly lifting up. Nice, we're gonna take that 2 more times. Sitting tall, exhale, rounding back. Letting the hands just slide along the thighs as you come back, inhale. Exhale, navel drawing in as we recover. Lovely, 1 more, rounding back. This time we're gonna hold this one for 2 breaths. So staying as you are, inhale. Exhale, engage, squeezing those abdominals in a bit deeper. Nice, 1 more, inhale. And exhale, slowly sitting it back up. Gorgeous. From here, we're going to stretch the legs out. We're going to reach the arms out in front, and we're going to take that again, but going back a little bit further. So if that felt enough to stay at your tilt, you're going to continue as you are. Otherwise, we're going down to the mid-back. Taking a breath in. As we exhale, rounding through the spine, the chin drops. So think about tilting the pelvis under even more as we come back and down, hovering off the shoulders, we inhale. Exhale, using those abdominals, we lift up. And then come to a lovely neutral spine at the top. We go again. Exhale, rounding back. Nice. Holding it in your half roll back. Inhale. Exhale, coming up. Lovely. We're going to go for 2 more. Exhale, coming back. Take it a little bit further if you can this time. If that feels good in your body, we hold. Inhale. Exhale, lifting up. Nice. We've got 1 more to go. Breathing in. Exhale, rounding it back. This time we're going to hold it for those 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, draw the navel in deeper. Lovely, 1 more, breathing in. Breathing out, find that connection as you lift all the way up. And then reach over towards the toes, just letting the hands settle down onto the legs. Hold it there for an in-breath and an out-breath. Well done, and then sit yourself up. From here, we're going to bring the legs so they're just a little bit further than hip width apart. Staying tall on your sit bones, we're going to reach the arms out in front, palms facing down towards the floor. We're going to go into a forward spine stretch, so taking a breath. As we exhale, we're going to draw the navel in, drop the chin to the chest, and then reach up and over towards the toes. Holding it here, we inhale. As we exhale, reach just a little bit further with the fingertips, and then slowly stack it up. Shoulders draw down, top of the head lifts. Going again, inhale. Exhale, scooping through, chin to chest, reaching up and over. Breathing in. Exhale, reaching further. Lovely, and then slowly build it up. Keep going in your own time with this now. So this is a really great exercise for your back mobility, a little bit of hamstring stretch as well, but also finding that core connection. So your core should still be nice and tight as we're working here. Let's just go for 1 more, breathing in. Exhale, scooping through, chin to chest, reaching forwards, and then reaching further if we can. Well done. Slowly sitting up from here, bringing the legs back to hip width apart, so back to that narrow stance. We're going to roll it all the way back to the floor for a slow count of 10. So really, really take your time here. Breathing in, exhale. We round the body back for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, nice, 6, 5, don't linger, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let the head rest to the floor. Reach the arms back behind you and find your full body stretch. Just taking a moment to let your body settle into your mat. Breathing in. And when you exhale, give your knees a little hug in towards your chest, just finding a little bit of relief for that lumbar spine. And maybe it feels good to take a rock from left to right as well. Nice. From here, we're going to move into a little bit of core work. So bringing your feet down onto the floor. Bringing the arms down by the side, we're going to start with a nice simple tabletop hold. So making sure feet and knees are hip width apart, your pelvis is in a neutral alignment. We're going to float the right leg up into tabletop position. We're going to imprint that lumbar spine towards the floor. Bringing the left leg up to meet it. We're going to hold it here. And then place your hands onto your ribs, a little bit like we did at the start in standing. And we're going to find that lateral thoracic breath again. So as we inhale, feel the ribs open into the hands. As we exhale, feel the ribs close. And again, breathing in, breathing out. Nice. And the longer we're here, try not to let that back arch off your mat. Keep it grounding down. Let's go for 2 more breaths. Inhale, exhale. Nice. And then last one, breathing in, breathing out. Bringing your right foot back to the mat, then your left foot. From here, we're going to reach the arms up to the ceiling. So palms facing together. Imagine you're holding a little box up above you. We're going to reach that box all the way up to the sky and feel your shoulders lift off your mat. And then slowly ground them back down so we're finding that nice connection. And again, lifting up with that box, shoulder blades part, and then grounding them down. Shoulder blades drop. One more. Inhale as the box reaches up. Exhale as it draws down, and then keeping the arms here, we're going to take the legs back up to tabletop. So right leg coming up, lumbar spine imprints, left leg coming up. From here, this time when we inhale, we're going to open the arms out into a fly. So breathing in, the arms fly open, they hover off the floor. Exhale, they squeeze back together. And again, inhale, they open. Exhale, they close. So really slow, really gentle movement. But just challenging that stability in our spine, from our centers, and also just working to get these arms fired up just a little bit. Nice, let's go for 2 more. Inhale, arms open. Think of the arms moving with your ribs. Exhale, arms close, ribs close. 1 more, they open. Last one, they close and keep them here. So if you need to, you can bring the feet back down to the floor, or as a challenge, keep them where they are. Interlace your fingers, bring your hands behind the head. We're going to move into a curl up. So breathing in. As we exhale, we lift from the middle of the body. We curl the body off, and then we gently and slowly lower it back down. And again, exhale, coming up. Lovely, inhale, lower. So really working for mobility in that upper spine here. Exhale, peeling up. Inhale, coming down. 2 more, lifting up. Try and keep the legs up if you can. Slowly lower. Nice. And then last one, we're going to come up and we're going to hold it. We're going to float the arms down by the side. And we're going to take 10 slow beats with the arms. We beat for 10, for 9, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hands back behind the head. Lower the upper body down. And then place those feet down to the mat, finding another full body stretch when you're ready. So just taking a moment to find some lovely length through those abdominals, breathing in and breathing out. Nice, 1 more, inhale and exhale. We're going to float the arms down by the side. We're going to place the feet onto your mat. We're going to work into a nice shoulder bridge now. So starting with some pelvic tilts and then building up to start to fire up that lower body. So arms are coming down by your side, feet and knees are hip width apart. And imagine you've got a little bowl of water sitting on top of your pelvis. Imagine all that water in the bowl is nice and even and level. So we're going to rock the pelvis towards us, and all the water in that bowl is going to spill over your tummy. So not too far, just a little tip. And then rock it away from you so that all of that water in the bowl sort of spills onto your thighs or spills through your legs. Same again, so rocking it towards you and away. And use this as a chance to really sort of massage through that lumbar spine. It might feel quite nice, or maybe noticing anywhere that you're feeling any tension or stiffness in that lower back. And then start to reduce that range of motion with your rocking, bringing it through to a natural stop. So the weight's even in your hips, that water in your bowl is nice and level. So this is your neutral pelvis. We're always going to come back here after every bridge. So arms down by your side, taking a breath in. As we exhale, lumbar spine imprints. We're going to rock the pelvis towards us. This time we squeeze the glutes and we're going to peel the body off bone by bone until we're high up in our bridge. Hold it at the top for an inhale, and then as you exhale, slowly bring the body back down to the mat, again, bone by bone, just like we came up. Return to neutral, no further. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, we go again. Nice, inhale at the top, and then exhale, slowly lowering down. Really make sure that we're standing into the feet here, so all 10 toes are grounding into the floor and your knees are staying in line with your hips. So maybe just nod the head up and just check that the knees aren't kind of straying to the side or knocking in together. Nice, let's go for 2 more like this. Keeping the shoulders grounding down as you come up, the collarbone open wide, glutes switched on right from the get-go. Slowly lower. We've got 1 more to go here. Inhale. Exhale, peeling the body up. This time at the top, we're going to hold it. We're going to float the arms up so fingertips are back up to the ceiling. And we're going to take that same fly that we did before. So staying in your bridge. Inhale, arms open. Exhale, arms close. Nice. 3 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Try not to let these glutes drop. 2 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. 1 more, inhale, and exhale. Slowly peel the body back to the floor, keeping the arms exactly where they are. Returning to neutral. Inhale, we're going to take that again, peeling up through that spine, nice and slow, core engaging. And we open for 4, a little bit quicker this time, and close. For 3, and close. 2, squeezing it in, nice, 1 more. And up, slowly coming down. We're going to take that one final time, really just to start to work these glutes even more, peeling up. Gently and slowly, and then the arms open, so hips stay level, and we close. We've got 3, and in. Nice. 2, hips up and in. 1 more, and then bring the arms back up to the ceiling. We're slowly going to bring the body back down to the floor. And then when we get there, your feet and your knees together, we're going to open the arms out into your fly, but let them settle to the floor. So we're nice and wide. Palms facing up to the ceiling. We're going to move into our hip rolls. So keeping your knees and your feet completely glued together and your shoulder blades stuck to the mat, we're going to drop the hips down towards the right. Your left foot is going to peel off, but just make sure that your left shoulder blade stays stuck down towards the floor. And then slowly bring the hips through center. As you come through, imprint that back down into the mat, and then tip the hips over to the left. So now your right foot's coming off, your right shoulder blade stays stuck to the floor, and then slowly picking it back up. Imprint, and then we drop to the right. So it's a really nice exercise, our hip rolls, for our sort of lumbar mobility, our thoracic mobility and rotation, but also stability in our shoulders. So really not allowing the shoulders to kind of pop off the mat. And imagine you're holding a 50-pound note in between your heels and in between your knees, and try not to let them sort of fly away. Nice, let's go 1 more on each side. Using that breath, inhale as you drop the legs, exhale as you pick them up. Well done, and then bring the legs back to center. So if you're happy working like that, and maybe sort of that feels enough for your back today, you can stay with the feet on the floor. As an extra little challenge, we're gonna take the legs into tabletop. So floating the right leg up, lumbar spine imprints, left leg comes up, feet and knees still stuck together. And then from here, we're gonna drop the hips down towards the right. Left shoulder blade stays stuck to the floor. And then exhale, we come through center, lumbar spine down, rock it over the other way, nice and slow. Right shoulder blade stays down. So here we're really working into those obliques, those muscles in your abdominals that wrap around your waist, supporting our spine, supporting our posture. Back through center, nice. Let's go for 2 more, so bringing it through center, last 2. Trying not to press too heavy into those arms. Back through the middle. And then last one. Well done. Slowly bringing the legs into center. And then from here, we're just going to give the knees another little hug in towards the chest. Maybe taking a gentle rock from left to right. Well done. So we're going to continue working into that lower body now. We're going to come onto our side and work into a clam. So slowly and gently, come and lie yourself down on the side of the body. We're going to reach our underneath arm out in line with our shoulder. Your palm is facing up to the ceiling and your knees are bent forwards. Feet are in line with your glutes behind you. So we've got this sort of plumb line through the body that's nice and straight. Think about lifting the bottom ribs out of your mat, and we're going to place this top hand on your hip. From here, feet stay stuck together. We're going to open and close that top knee. So we're lifting up for 8. Slowly squeeze it in. Nice. And 7. And squeeze. 6. The first few repetitions of your clam always feel like a breeze, and then suddenly your glute feels like it's going to fly off. So take your time with it, and when the burn is there, embrace it. Nice. Final 3 when we're ready. 3. Squeezing in, keep lifting out of these ribs. 2. And in. Well done. 1 more. And close. Well done. Taking a minute just to let that body settle. We're going to take it again, but we're going to lift the feet up this time, so adding a little bit more challenge into that underneath side. So when you're ready, flicking the feet up from the knees, keeping that bottom foot as it is, top knee's going to open for 8. Squeezing down. Nice. 7. And in. Well done. 6. So not allowing that pelvis to roll back, always keeping the hips stacked together. Imagine you've got a glass of something sitting on top of your hip. As the knee opens, try not to let it roll back behind you. Nice. 4 more. 4, nice and slow. Well done. 3. And squeeze. Lovely. 2. And 1. Well done. Closing those knees, dropping the legs down. From here, we're just going to move into a quick little Charleston to finish off this side. So we're going to open the legs back into that clam. Then from here, we're going to separate the feet, draw the knees together. Then we're going to separate the knees, bring the feet together. So we tap toes, tap to the knees, tap to the toes, and the knees. Keep going and try not to let that pelvis really swing around. Keep it slow, keep it controlled. Well done. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. 4 more. 4, and tap. Lovely. 3, keep breathing through it. See what I mean? That glute feels like it's going to fly off. 2, and tap. 1 more, and tap. Close those knees. Bring that top leg across and just give your glute a little massage or a little rub, whatever you need to do. Well done. From here, before we go on to that second side, we're going to come around onto our tummies and we're going to work into a little bit of back extension. So gently and slowly roll yourself round onto your front. And we're going to bring our arms out into a wide goalpost shape with our forehead just gently resting on the floor. So legs are relaxed behind you and your core is just lifting up here. And we're here, we're going to take a breath in. As we exhale, we're going to draw the head, neck, and chest up, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Hold it at the top for an inhale, and then exhale, slowly lower it back down. Again, in bottom. Exhale, so keeping your chin tucking back, so try not to look around, up and around at sort of what's going on in front of you. Keep the chin tucking back, your eye line to your mat, and then slowly lower down. So we always want to keep that lovely straight line through the back of the neck. Let's go 2 more like this, lifting up, Using those back muscles, keep that core connected. Slowly lower down. Nice, and then one more, lifting up. And then we lower. So we're going to take it again. This time we're going to come up a little bit higher into almost like a cobra stretch. So we breathe in at the bottom, exhale, shoulder blades squeeze together, the back lifts you up. And then when you can't lift anymore, use the heels of the hands just to give you a little bit of extra height, lengthening through the front body. Inhale. And then as you exhale, peel the body down. Try to get the elbows down first, then the ribs, then the head. Inhale, same again, exhale, lifting up, peeling through that front body, we lift, shoulder blades drawing back, inhale, and then exhale, slowly coming down, keeping that crown of the head in line with your spine. Nice, let's go for 2 more, lifting up. So just checking in with your lower body here as well, making sure it's switched off. Inhale and exhale, slowly down. Well done, and then last one, coming up nice and slow. Using that back, hold it at the top, breathing in, and then breathing out, coming down, elbows first if we can. Lovely, and then bringing that head back to the mat. Gorgeous. From here, we're gonna come around and do that clam on the other side. So sit yourself up. So you can just roll yourself over if you need to, but I'm gonna come and face this way just so we're doing it on the same side. Cool, so we're gonna come right the way down. I'm just going to make sure my mic isn't falling into the floor. So feet and knees forwards, arm reaching out underneath you, top hand on your hip. So we're going for that little set of classical clams to begin, then with the feet up. Here we go. Enjoy the first few repetitions. We open the top knee. For 8, squeeze it in. Nice. 7, and squeeze. Gorgeous. 6, and 5, 4, so again, try not to rock that pelvis back. Keep it nice and still. 3, and 2, and 1. Lovely. Closing the knees down. Taking a moment. So if you're happy working there, you're going to continue as you are, or we're going to flip the feet up. Same again. We're lifting up. For 8, squeeze it in. 7, and in. Nice. Keep growing out of the bottom ribs. And 5. Well done. We've got 4. Keeping that core connected to your core. Your pelvic floor is really going to help here to stabilize that pelvis. Final 2. And in. Nice. And 1. Closing those knees. Placing the feet down to the mat. Then from here, we're going to finish with that Charleston. So top knee opens. Then we separate the toes, bringing the knees together. And then we separate the knees, bring the toes together. And we tap in and out. Nice. In and out. Pelvis nice and still. Think about using the core to support this movement and use that breath. And in. Nice. Let's go for 4. And tap a little bit quicker if we can. 3. And tap. Keep going. Last push. 2. And tap. And 1. And tap, close those knees. Again, bringing that top leg across. Whew, there it is. Giving that glute some love. Well done. We're going to come back onto our fronts. We're going to build up that swan dive extension that we started with just now. So rolling yourself over again. Lying with your arms back into that goalpost shape. We're going to come straight up into that cobra. And then once the head touches the floor, we're going to lift the legs. So forehead on your mat, we take a breath in. Exhale, shoulder blades squeezing. We lift through the upper body, gently and slowly. And then hold it at the top, we inhale. Exhale, slowly bringing the front body back to the floor. And then just as your forehead touches your mat, you're going to squeeze your glutes. You're going to lengthen from the legs, and you're going to lift them up into the air. Then gently bring the feet back down, and then we lift up through the head. Coming up into that cobra stretch, we inhale, exhale, slowly coming down, using the back, and then use the legs to lift. And lower, nice. Let's go for 3 more, lifting up, coming down. Use those glutes, lifting the legs, and lower, nice. 2 more, lifting up a little bit quicker this time if we can, really challenging that stability, and coming down, lifting up, and lower. Well done. Last one, coming up, and down. Squeeze on the glutes, lift the legs. We're just going to hold it here for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Dropping the legs down. Well done. From here, we're going to sit ourselves up, push it back into a quick child's pose just to take a moment and settle that body. Well done. Breathing in, breathing out. Lovely. Setting yourself up. So we're just going to finish with one last little core sequence. We work really, really hard, and then we're going to have a nice big stretch. So when you're ready, in your own time, come and lie yourself back down onto your spines. And we're going to finish with a nice single leg stretch. So arms are down by the side, shoulder blades drawing back and down, pelvis in neutral. I'm going to float the right leg up to tabletop position. From here, we're going to extend that leg forwards. For 3, it comes straight back to tabletop. For 2, back to tabletop, and then 1. Nice. Placing the foot down to the floor, making sure the foot is back in line with your hip. Left leg lifting up. We go again, stretching out. For 4, and in. We did 3 on the first side, didn't we? We're going to go for 2, and in, and 1, and in, placing the foot down. So if you're happy working one leg at a time, you're going to continue as you are. Otherwise, one leg is going to come up, lumbar spine imprints, other leg lifts, and we go into our single leg stretch from here, alternating this time. So right leg, bringing it back to tabletop, then your left leg, back to tabletop, and again, right leg, and in, left leg, and in, using your breath. Exhale as you extend, try to push the thigh away. If you want to challenge it, drop that leg down a little bit lower. Nice, let's go for 4, and in. For 3, and in. Well done. For 2, and 1. Bring the legs back to tabletop and keep them there. We're going to peel the upper body off. Last little push. We're going to find our 100. So we inhale for 5 beats of the arms. We exhale for 5 beats. And again, breathing in. Breathing out. Nice. And remember, we're beating the arms from the backs of the shoulders, so try not to just flop your wrists around. Keeping the arms lovely and active. That lumbar spine pressing down. Keep going. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering the body all the way down to the floor. Giving your head a little roll from left to right. And then finding one final well-earned full body stretch, lengthening everything out and away. Taking a breath in. As you exhale, we're going to hug the right knee in towards the chest. And then we're going to cross that leg down to the left side of the body, so drawing it all the way across. And then reaching your right arm out behind you, we're going to look back towards it, so finding a nice big stretch across the top of the chest and that lumbar spine as well. Hold it here, breathing in, breathing out. And then slowly and gently bring yourself back to center. Changing sides, so your left knee hugs in, right leg stretches out. We draw the left leg across the body down to the right. Left arm reaches back behind you. We look back towards it. Holding it for an inhale. An exhale. And then roll it back in. From here, place that left foot down to the floor. We're going to pop the right foot on top of your left thigh for a nice figure 4 stretch after all that glute work just now. So you can either hold it here and work to open the right knee out, or you can pick the left leg up and just gently hold behind that hamstring. Finding a little rock from left to right. Just taking some time to let the body settle. We've worked really hard, particularly in that lower body actually today. So giving yourself the stretch that you need. Lovely. And then changing sides. So place your right foot down, left foot on top of your right thigh. And you can either hold it here or you're picking that right leg up and finding that gentle rock if that feels good in your body today. Breathing deeply into it. Well done. And then when you're finished, place both feet to the floor. Open the knees out to the side, just finding a little butterfly stretch. We're going to reach the arms back behind you and then draw them down into that goalpost shape that we started with our chest expansions right at the very beginning of our session. Just taking a moment to feel the chest melt open, the knees to melt open, the hips to settle. I'm just holding it here for 2 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. One more, breathing in, breathing out, And then closing the knees, reach the arms back behind you. And then when you're ready, in your own time and way, come and bring yourself back up to seated. And then come and meet me right back in the middle of the mat. And we're just going to finish with a little bit of breathing, just to kind of ground ourselves into the rest of your day or whatever you might be doing after your practice. So just taking a moment to settle, sitting on your sit bones, pop yourself on a cushion or something if you like. And we're going to wrap the hands back around the ribs, just like we started. Closing down the eyes again if that feels comfortable to do. Taking 3 deep grounding breaths. Inhale. And exhale. And again, breathing in. Breathing out. One more, biggest breath you can find. Inhale. Exhale. And just soaking up this moment of calm a little bit longer if you need to. And just feeling really grateful for the time you've taken to start your practice today. Blinking the eyes open when you're ready. And have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 2 of our 12 Days of Pilates challenge. Bye.